Hi everyone, we had a little break last week as we were processing all the news of everything that happened in Manchester, and we were absolutely devastated as Manchester mums or just as people in general. But we were also really proud of our city and how it reacted and all came together, and we wanted to do a tribute to the wonderful Manchester today by doing a Manchester tart. And it reminds me of the great people of Manchester because it's a bit tough on the outside with the pastry casing, but it's so sweet in the middle with the custard filling, and then with all the different fruits in there, it just symbolises the diverse and amazingly welcoming city that we are. So let's get on with it. I'm going to start by greasing the cake tin or whatever tin you have got. I've just got like a little cake tin, so if I've got any extra, then I could put it in like a little muffin tray thing that I've got. Give that all a good grease. We've preheated the oven to 180, our favourite, and now there are loads of shortcuts in this recipe, one being that you can use pre-rolled short crust pastry rather than making your own. So let's fold that in. And then just give it a little prick all on the bottom, because as you hear on all these baking programmes, no one wants a soggy bottom. Then we're going to put a bit of baking paper in there. And then we're going to add something that I've never owned in my life, so I've actually borrowed these from the mill, the mother-in-law. So these are baking beans, ceramic baking beans. Apparently you can get them from all, the supermarkets. So we'll pour them in. And then we're going to pop this in the oven for about 20 minutes. Then we're going to take the beans out and put it in for another 5 minutes. While that's in the oven, we can do the middle bit. So we're going to put in 300 millilitres of double cream. Just checking, yeah. And then we're going to whisk that up. So that's nice and whipped. So we're going to add in the custard now. So I've got 500 grams of pre-made custard. Again, you could make your own, but this is the shortcut version. And then we just have to fold that together, and that is the filling. And once it's all blended together, you can pop that in the fridge while you wait for the pastry to finish. Okay, it's time to take the beans off. They're there just to keep the pastry flat, I've heard. So we'll take them off now. And then we're going to pop it back in the oven for 5 minutes. And a top tip from the mother-in-law, I had a masterclass. She said, put it on a baking tray so as it gets nice and hot underneath. While that's in there for 5 minutes, we can do some other stuff. So we can slice up the banana. And we can toast the desiccated coconut. It sounds well fancy, doesn't it? So we'll slice the banana first. Okay, and then, we'll toast the coconut. So we've got 3 tablespoons of the coconut, and then you put it in a dry frying pan with no oil or butter. And then just move it all around until it all turns nice and golden brown. So that's perfect. So we can just leave that there for a bit. Right, not to sound too much like a teacher, but it's assembly time. We've got the pastry now, and next we're going to put on some raspberry jam. If you can open the lid. Oh, that's a good sound. It's like the wine cork popping. So we'll pop that in about 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. Spread that all over. Then we're going to layer on the slices of banana. So not all Manchester tart recipes have banana in, but we're putting lots of different fruits in. And now we can sprinkle over about 3 tablespoons of the desiccated coconut, but untoasted. Okay, now we can spoon on the filling. Now you do have to let this set, otherwise it'd just be a bit sloppy. So I think the minimum's like 4 hours, but I left one overnight. So like a classic Blue Peter presenter, I'm going to whip out what I made earlier to decorate. We could pop the cherry on top though. So we'll leave that one to set for a few hours and we'll decorate the one from last night. So I'm going to use, because classically you'd put cherries on, but I'm going to do blueberries and cherries. So the last thing to do is sprinkle over the toasted coconut and then it is done. So that is our tribute to our wonderful city, the Manchester Tart there. And as there's a bit of sugar in there, the boys have just got a mini one each. We're going to take these 2 ones down to our local hospital for the amazing people in the NHS. So see you next time on the Happy Weaner.